new series that's about to launch, and it features the stars of Canada's ballroom culture. So this is a new kind of contest where 10 of the country's stars were paired with queer and trans filmmakers, and you can see posing and dancing and art in a new CBC Gem series starting next week. Well, Ivy is a competitor and part of Vancouver's burgeoning ballroom scene. They're part of Team Bog Beast in Canada's Ballroom Extravaganza. Ivy, I'm so happy to meet you.
Thanks for having me, Gloria.
Let's talk Team Bog Beast. What's the whole concept here with this team name?
Yeah, so Dizzy and I, the filmmaker that I'm working with, we met up and we kind of talked about what makes us unique. We're the only team over here on the West Coast, and so we tried to use that to our advantage. We've got like so much nature around here that you can't really get in Montreal or Toronto. Mountains, ocean, forests. We tried our best to capture everything. And we also wanted to speak to how that's being affected recently. And we've had forest fires, in the last several years. I think we're starting to just see pretty massive shifts in weather and flooding. And in a place where you do get to see so much nature, I think you get to see the effects of what we're doing to it on a larger scale as well.
So Team Bog Beast also comes with costumes. Can you just take, what was the concept with the costume? And I know this is headgear, but maybe we'll leave that for a little bit. Do you want me to hold the headgear while you're describing here what you're going for?
So a big part of it is the mask, but with this outfit, I guess I'm going for a bit of a look where it's a pile of garbage come to life, trying to fit into human society.
That's Bog Beast.
That's Bog Beast, yeah.
That's Bog
and
Beast.
Kind of an embodiment of the apocalypse that we're seeing around us. And also just here to have a good time.
Okay, well that's what I wanted to get at, because with this ballroom extravaganza, this is not your tango and your cha-cha and that. Okay, so how would you describe it?
Well, it started back in the 1920s in Harlem. There were Black and Latinx queer and trans folks who felt that they didn't have space for themselves, and so they decided to make them space for themselves. And it's basically evolved from there over the years. It's stayed fresh and relevant. The main category, I would say, is performance, where folks are voguing. That's a specific type of dance.
Okay.
I can't really do it in this outfit, but it's lots of like spinning and floor work. It's very freeform with a couple of set elements that you have to keep to. And
well, there's rules here.
There's rules.
Okay.
But also lots of room for folks to express themselves and show their individual identity through their movements, through the categories that they're participating in. The category I participate in is Bazaar, which is all about these handmade, kind of inhuman outfits that question ideas of fashion and gender and identity and kind of what we can do with all of that.
So tell me about the community, just in coming together. You said you're there to have fun, but you're tackling some serious issues. How would you describe the community?
In Vancouver or at large?
Oh, well, both.
Both, yeah. Well, as I said, the global community is continuing to develop. Like, we're getting new cities. I think there's folks over in the Philippines who are starting their own scene. A lot of it is still centered around New York and the East Coast, but we're getting folks who are learning things from there and bringing it to other cities. So we have Ralph Escamillan, who basically brought ballroom here, I think in 2016 or 17, and has been doing free classes every week for the last 5 years. It's incredible. And because of his work, I've been able to step into this scene. We've been able to have balls, and folks are able to take these ideas and things that they see on screen and bring it to their own city and define it on their own terms. And you really do see the identity of a city come through the people who get this opportunity really to come and express themselves.
Well, what about for you? I mean, how did you get into it? What does this community mean for you?
It's really meaningful, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of struggled to find my identity as an artist, and I was able to make things, but nothing was quite hitting the notes I needed of like performance and sculpture and fashion and queerness that I was looking for. And this just kind of clicked into place for me. It's really fun too. The people there are supportive. It's beautiful to be surrounded by like just queer people who are here for a good time and not taking it too seriously.
Well, there you go. Can we complete the Bog Beast?
Sure, yeah.
costume now. I mean, it's heavy. First of all, I don't know how you keep your head up wearing that. So this is all rubber tubing. It is really quite.
It's all rubber
weighs quite-
tubing.
I can still. Okay, come on in. Get a little closer here. Let's get you into the light. This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, what I'd love for you to do, Ivy, give us a little bit of a sense of what would happen in this costume in a competition. Just, I'll give you some room.
Sure.
Have some fun.
So I'm going to back up a bit. Typically, someone would come onto a runway, which is where we have most of our competitions. And for Bazaar, you're going to want to come on and really perplex people, give them an idea of what you are, but don't show everything. Once you get your 10s, which is essentially a preliminary round, then you're going to go up against people in a battle. And that means that there's two people who are on the runway, basically showing everything that they have. And, you know, occasionally they'll pull out a little stunt or something that people don't expect. And that is basically how you win. You capture the attention of the judges who are at the front, and you are trying to curry their favor. You're trying to show that you know what you're doing in your category and that you're paying attention to the theme. So I might not wear this to, you know, an underwater ball. I could, but I would definitely wear it to like a garbage ball or a pink ball or something where these elements really get to stick out.
I love it. I love it. Come on back over here. Come back center stage here. What do you know? I can leave it on because okay, maybe not.
Sure.
Maybe
I
not.
can leave
Maybe
it
not.
on.
You can hold it there. It's so impressive. What do you hope the audience gets out of an experience like that? I mean, you've already described what it's like for you. This is freeing. This is just strutting your
Yeah.
stuff literally. But what about for the audience?
Well, I kind of hope that people can see the materials that it's made of. Like, you can tell that it's bike tubes. It's not like it's a trade secret or anything. And I hope that people can, you know, take the things that are being left behind and find the garbage around them and turn it into something more than that, you know? I want people to feel like they can, I don't know, do that with themselves as well, you know? Just pull themselves out of where they've been left and defy expectations.
I love it. Ivy, the Bog Beast, and the Ballroom Extravaganza. Have a wonderful time. Put this back on. Give us a strut. That is fun. Have a great time.
Thank you. Am I just
Oh, that's awesome.